back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, it happened again. I literally don't know why, but every time I need to come back to the UK, something happens. And I literally filmed under story time about me coming back to the UK and everything that went wrong. So if you guys want to check them out just for your pure enjoyment, then I will make sure to link them down below as well as in the eye. But basically into this video I'm gonna be cancelling Ryanair. I'm gonna speak and tell you guys everything that went wrong this time. And let me tell you, it's quite juicy and it's quite an interesting story if you don't leave it. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you all the details basically. Okay, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, which by the way, self-promo, you totally should, is at Vaniglia_official, and I like to think that my feed is pretty cool, so you might as well check it out. But if you don't follow me on there, and if you missed my last 2 YouTube videos, you wouldn't know that I went to Romania for my holiday. And let me tell you, I had honestly the great time ever up until the last day when I had to catch a flight. So this is how the story went. I literally woke up at 5 AM to catch the flight. It was around 7, and we went to the airport. We passed security, everything was fine. So we walked to get to the gate and we stay there waiting, and as the time passed, no one from Ryanair showed up to, make us actually go through the gate to get in the plane. And no one told us anything, so the whole situation was quite confusing. Also, side story, just to let you guys know, I basically had to fly from Timișoara, which of course is in Romania, to Bergamo in Milan, and then from Milan I was supposed to catch a flight to go back to London. So that was how the journey was supposed to go, and I had a flight connected, but technically the first flight was supposed to arrive in Italy around 10, and so I had my other flight around 2, and it will work out perfectly. But, and there's a big but, basically the first flight had a delay of 3 freaking hours, which low-key I feel like it was more than 3 hours at the end, and so I already knew that I was not able to catch the other flight for London. Now, keep in mind, I had never been in this sort of situation, so I was literally freaking out. I had no idea how things would work out. I had no idea if I had to buy another ticket myself, or if Ryanair and the company would somehow pay for me or put me in another flight. I had no idea. So the first thing that I did when I figured out was going to the Ryanair website and search again a flight from Milan to the Sunset Airport in London, and that flight was literally 304 euros, and there was no way, no way that I was going to pay that amount of money for a one-way flight. So I was like, fuck, what's gonna happen? Yeah, like I said, I was freaking out. I feel like I'm getting some anxiety now just thinking about the airport. And I also have another story that I could tell you guys about the company Wizz that literally gave me anxiety every time that I need to go through security and all that shit. So if you guys want to know that, let me know in the comments and I can definitely do a story time. But continuing with these other storytelling, I was literally freaking out, and that's lucky also the reason why I missed one upload on Tuesday of this Vaniglia Special August. I literally stayed all day in the airport and my mind was definitely not there. I couldn't stay still and edit, that's for sure. So eventually, after a lot of hours, the airplane that was supposed to take us to Milan finally decided to arrive, and low-key we pretty much discovered later on that the airplane that we were supposed to catch was there from the beginning, but the other airplane that was supposed to go to Bucharest had some problems, or something didn't work, and so they decided to replace it with our airplane, which I was definitely not happy about at all. So that happened. The whole flight I was super nervous. Like I said, I had no idea how things would work out, and I also tried to get out of the plane super fast to catch the flight, which of course didn't happen, spoiler alert. But I do have to say, I talked with a girl on the airplane that was from Ryanair and explained her the whole thing, and she was super nice, so I don't have to say anything bad about the people that I met, because honestly they were all super kind with me and stuff. but like I'm definitely gonna cancel Ryanair as a company because I think 3 hours delay is like literally unacceptable. And the fact that you had an airplane and you decided to give our airplane to somebody else and put us in free shit, I honestly don't think that's great at all. So yeah, I will definitely think twice about getting a ticket from Ryanair to go anywhere, honestly. But so yeah, we arrived in Milan. Of course, I was not able to catch my flight. I also received an email that I hoped I read earlier because that will kind of secure me a little, because it actually said that if you're not able to catch like a connecting flight or something like that, they will pay for it, so you will be put in another flight for free. And I feel like the thing that kind of scared me the most was like having to spend that much money just to get like a one-way flight. Like for me, that was literally unacceptable. So eventually, after all of these, I stayed actually quite a bit at the airport before to go through the passport check, because kind of following what this email said, and I was chatting with like a chat booth from Ryanair, which was definitely not helping me. So at the end, I went through the passport check and I went to talk with like the Ryanair service type of thing that was outside the airport. After I talked with the girl from the Ryanair service assistant, customer assistant, whatever that's called, she gave me this sort of piece of paper and told me that I had to go to the check-in so that they could give me like the actual ticket. And so I stayed there. I literally went through a gigantic, enormous queue, and like at the end of the queue, I basically realized that I stayed there waiting for nothing, because that was not the queue that I was supposed to be in. So that happened as well. And then after that, I went through security once again, which low-key, going through security gives me anxiety every single time, because I always think something's gonna be wrong. And well, thanks God, other than the freaking gigantic enormous queue, when my luggage actually went through the security, so through that sort of journal, everything was right. So thanks God, no problem with that. And basically at this point, I'm again inside the airport, and I stayed in a chair for like God knows how long until the other flight arrived. So basically this girl from Ryanair put me in the flight that was supposed to take off at 6, whereas my original flight was around 2. So I mean, I'm kind of glad that I actually made it to London, but I just thought it was kind of funny how every time that I need to come back, something happens. And I don't know why, like the craziest things, the craziest shit happens to me also. I was with my mom, but like we kind of split with the budget in Milan because she had to come back to Palermo, whereas I took a flight to London, of course. And basically she was on time, let's say, to catch her flight, but the check-in was closed, so she couldn't send her luggage, you know, through the things to do stuff. I don't know how that's called in English. And so she had to pay for her luggage twice, which I still think is unacceptable. Now I kind of feel a module to get a refund. I don't know if that will actually happen, but we'll see. I can keep you guys posted if you're interested in that. And yeah, eventually I finally arrived to the UK, Stansted Airport. Everything was fine. We lucky arrived half an hour earlier than the time that we actually were supposed to arrive, which is kind of funny considering the whole day. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty much everything that I wanted to tell you guys. I also lost my National Express ticket because of course I was not able to catch that either, since I was still in Milan when the bus was departing. But that's another story. Eventually I decided to take an Uber. You know what, fuck it. That was pretty much the best decision of the whole day, literally. So that is the story. I really hope it was kind of interesting for you guys. I think it's a kind of pretty juicy story if you don't live it yourself, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Of course, like I said, I'm gonna be linking down below the other 2 videos that I did about me coming back to London and everything that went wrong. And I lucky feel like I'm cursed, because every single time that I came back, something happened during the journey, which is no pleasure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Of course, if you missed my Romania video, I'll make sure to link them down below as well. Go ahead and check them out. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!